friends at the garden.
Who introduces us? Like, how will that happen?
Get that going as well.
Oh, yes, yeah.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I know you from
I know, well, we used Partyful. Partyful is really good.
Hello. Good evening, happy Sunday. I think most of you don't know me yet. My name is Livia. Can you all hear me back there? Thumbs up? Okay, sweet. My name is Livia. I'm a multidisciplinary artist based in Brooklyn, but most importantly, Sophia's friend, as I assume you all are as well. Sophia and I last hung out about 2 weeks ago, and we played a game called Scribe. Does anybody here know that game? Yes, no, maybe? Thumbs up if you do. Okay, that's great. Let me introduce it to you. It's a fantastic game that was developed by two writers/poets that encourages storytelling. And I was playing this game, Scribe, with Sophia recently, and the prompt that we pulled first read, "For the next 2 minutes, write from the voice of the other player. Consider their writing style, intonation, and word choices." I must admit Sophia did a much better job than I did, so maybe this is my redemption opportunity. I'm here to speak on behalf of Sophia. She wrote to me on the subject of games. Sophia feels like the subject of the game of her life is to bring different kinds of people together to hear from one another. It seems like these sorts of obstacles will continue to arise, so perhaps it's good to become aware of how to build community from a distance, under less than ideal circumstances. This is from Sophia, who can't be here tonight due to COVID. Yes, that's still going on. And that's what we mean by obstacles. She says, "I've been writing a lot of speeches lately. Some have been performed publicly, like public speaking. Others will be performed, like the wedding vows I will share and lead at my friend Leah Foley's wedding next week privately. As bummed as I am not to be with you, mainly because I still have the energy to do morning pages, a full hour workout, write 6 pages of script, and pace around endlessly today, I think this is a really good exercise in collaboration and memorializing. Thanks to videographer Carrie Clemency. Did I say that right? Yes. I will still get to see this, tonight's interpretations of this book that I wrote to celebrate my 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Sophie. You'll probably enjoy what is about to happen, and will likely meet some new friends. Later, if you're willing to stick around and ask a stranger the question, "How do you know Sophia?" You might even get to know more about me than I would ever think to tell you. I'm sure you can think of a better question though. I am above all thankful that you're here to celebrate the publication of Phenomenal Will, a dialogue of self. To do that, you can maybe buy the book, but definitely give your attention to the 5 tremendously talented performers who are going to interpret sections of Phenomenal Will right before your eyes. They might describe what text inspired them and what they're doing, or they might do it and you can read the book and match what you see to how you feel. Let me know. And on that note, please bring your attention into focus for our first artist, Bess.
Thank you all for being here. I'm very, very humbled to be here this evening and in such stunning company. My deepest gratitude goes out to Sophia for offering the invitation to engage with this really generative and thought-provoking text, Phenomenal Will. I first was able to read Phenomenal Will on Friday. And after my initial read-through, I was so moved, I decided that rather than offering my own words to you today, I wanted to offer you Sophia's. And so what I've done is produced a cut-up version of Phenomenal Will, arranged into 6 centos, or poems made entirely of other people's words. So from here on out, every word you'll hear from my mouth tonight actually comes from the book itself, from Phenomenal Will. So as I was cutting up the text, I had some parameters. So I did, in some cases, split lines, where maybe it was 2 or 3 sentences of text and that becomes 2 or 3 pieces of dialogue. But the one thing I did do was retain the A-B dialogic structure. So if there's a line from A, the one that follows is from B, though I won't be indicating that. It'll just flow as poems. So everything, including the titles, are Sophia's words. And so this is called, But Yeah, Maybe I Am Quoting Something, a cut-up rereading of Phenomenal Will by Sophia Valera Heinecke. Woo! 1. Live and let give. They sing or hum or whistle, ascending scales to power up. What's the difference between experiment and risk? Well, it all depends, doesn't it? It's different every time. You don't have to be ashamed, really. B-A, me, you, we, they. Together, we live in the portal. And are we not sharing and living in the courage of that place? When you want to rise to be closer to something divine. Yeah? Because all experiments are risks. Note, these dialogues are about will. And sometimes going out of order is a mess. 1.1. I know. You want to ask me about order? Boo! I boo your question. I think you should sometimes break the rules. Going out of order is divergent. Break the rules after considering why they were made and why they might need to be broken. I think on it. And I am writing it down. Let it be known. Always coming back to look out of that window on the world which is words. Let us not lock it all in. Let us forever be leaky. Mystery, not mastery, gets us out of bed each day. But sometimes things slip out. Knowing doesn't need schooling. Take the long way. See everything. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and TBD. If it is real, other realness will follow. I became accustomed to people who could never rise to the occasion of my existence. More than being loved, I want to be believed. I am being pushed to give more than I have, being called to work as if we have a choice. I have a hard time being around people, being called to be a biohazard. What's real to you? It was a good week overall, outside of being sick. I feel I am mostly being called to sleep. Four. Now I find I am always thinking about words in a different way. I bear witness to this. It's been on my mind. Is that because of you or them? I think it's because of time, mostly. Who first? Would you rather have more time? Pollination is about friction, and it doesn't all come down to time. What is passed along, what is carried forth. Everyone. That sounds loud. Where have you been? And who are you really listening to? Note, magic. It's because of me and them and time. Feeling together is better than feeling alone. Arriving with a density of wonderment, strive to keep rising now to the occasion of every existence, one at a time, to be the substrate without ever being put upon. Note, for the shoes that can fit in others' steps. Six, the knowing there is not our knowing. You know what it's like to be weakened and to receive help in that weakness. The whole world can be a site of atrocity. It is dusty in the mortal world. Is that what we are meant to be? Think of where your friends are that are no longer alive. I am thinking now of the word nociception versus pain. Nociception is the sensory process by which we detect damage. Pain is the suffering that ensues. Long list on both sides. Yeah. This is like getting ding-dong ditched and you open the door on a cold, dark night and all you are left with is a flaming bundle of feelings. Well, the land will never be ours, but this whole world can be a place of worship, as long as we cannot substitute words for experience. That is a place for knowing, not learning. The ability to reach communion with all things, the perpetuity of weakness. What? There's care. It feels good to care. Should that make us happy? Our place in the world is limited. Care is endless. Remember that death is a birth into the world of the free. 5. Note, these dialogues should be read out loud. Phew! Aren't you so thankful we have learned to pollinate the self we share? How we respond to forks in the road. Did you really love them? Another pilgrim of the obvious. But what are we today? And by whose standards? You are just another beautiful pilgrim of the obvious. How do you know what is at stake? To be asked is not too much to ask. Should I ask again? What are you today? Stakes. I never want to lie to you. Just wanted to clarify, you know? Do you have to love something to learn from it? The lying stops today. To let it change you. Please remember that love is an infinite resource. No one person need be one part. Maybe the only place that isn't really ours is our own heart. A, B, you, me, they, we. Thank you.
Hi, so my name is Kai, go by she, they. I'm an actor and performer, and I had the pleasure of reading Sophia's amazing and beautiful text. Reading it, I was thinking about this scene with the two rocks from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know if anyone else got that imagery. Yeah, right? Because they're just talking about like the universe and just having so much imaginative conversation. So my favorite lines were the ones about how music changes you, your body, and finding beauty beyond other people's standards. So here's my Silk fan performance and Silk flow to interpret those lines through dance.
everybody. I'm Jay. I also go by Janelle. I use they, them pronouns. I have been talking about this book in my sort of like interpretation of this book and been so grateful for the initiation of thought of self, right? I brought it up to my friend Gabby. I was like, when I was in high school, I read the book Sybil, and one of my favorite things about Sybil was that I got to see this person with multiple personalities and how each personality saw this person's existence, right? And so this book sort of gave me that like teaser into that thought again, like, wow, there are so many parts of me, right? And what would happen if I had a conversation with that part of me? And would I see me, right? If I really could extract a narrative of me that is like, for example, I'm an educator, but also an artist, right? If I could extract my educator self out, would I fully understand them outside of that context? It was a bit of what this book sort of sparked in me. So I'm an interdisciplinary artist, so I sort of consume things in multiple layers. So my first layer of consumption for this was that I wrote out some lyrics. I'm not going to sing them, I'm just going to sort of read them to you. And then my second layer of really absorption, right? So that was how I consumed it, and then I made these lyrics. And then as I absorbed these lyrics, I like created this beat. So I'm going to read these lyrics to you, and then we'll just sit for a moment and resonate in this like 2-minute long composition. The word beat evokes people to think that I'm a DJ, and I'm not a DJ. But it's just sound, which is important too. Okay, so, oh, also, this is inspired by, if you do have a book, they're page 6 through 10, actually. A really finite bit of information, but maybe it'll stir something to you if you've read it. Okay. You can give them better than me, surprise me with mystery. Get me out of bed with genuine care, I think I know who's there. Hold me while there's still parts of me to grab on. Read me back the pages you wrote our love on. Speak with me in moments of need. You are the voice that I seek, I need to find that voice in me. I think I know the one. I think I know who's there. It's the face and the skin, so familiar, but the voice is so different, a different one completely. You get me to surrender, even though I crave control. Lying to myself in memories, maybe we'd be enemies. I think I know who's there. Listen to me while there's still words to say. Read me back the pages you wrote our love on. I think I know that one. I think I know who's there. Thank you.
gonna say that I'm Rosemary, and I'm probably gonna say more stuff later. I'm just gonna play a few songs. I didn't really like prepare what I was gonna say. I just knew I was gonna be singing. Okay. If it is not my eyes that love you, then it is my thoughts that do. If it is not my thoughts that love you, then it is a longing to. If it is not my body longing, then it is the sparks that flew when I first laid my eyes upon you. If it is not I that loves you, then it is my mind. If it is not the quick synapses, it's the memory you leave behind. If it is not the memory I love, then I love you just because. If it is not the way it is, then it is the song of the way it was, seething through my heaving lungs, breathing in your silvery dust, balanced on the labor of my heart, pumping the racing of my blood. If it is not my moon that loves you, it's the ebbing, flowing tide. If it is not the water lapping, it's the gravity of stars aligned. If it is not the Milky Way, you hold me. It is the constellations intertwined. If it is not love that I feel for you now, then it is the great expanse of space and time. If it is not love that I feel for you now, then it is the great expanse of space and time. Oh, I meant to ask, how's the level with the guitar and the voice? Is it good? Okay, you can hear everything good?
Well balanced.
If that was then, when this is now, we're chasing the memory down, clasped in tandem with aching hands. We're grasping for begin again. I've been trying to regulate my pace, but get swept up in these past pains, telling me things I can't know for sure. But what I do know is that it's you I adore. I am here on your shore. When next we meet will be something else, and still a shell of a former self. We clasp hands and surrender to the dance of nowhere else, nowhere else. We clasp hands and surrender to the dance of nowhere else, nowhere else. We clasp hands and surrender to the dance of nowhere else. A friend in need, a friend indeed, and time takes only casualties. A friend in need, a friend indeed, and time takes only casualties. There was a couple of songs when Sophia asked me to come sing for this book launch. She said she directed me to, she asked and she insisted that I play two songs in particular, and this next one is one of them. This is going out to Sophia. Yeah, so great. I really feel her presence here with all of just the loveliness of everyone here. It just feels like exactly the kind of thing that she cultivates and brings in. Here we go. It's called It Is the Same. As I was waiting here, weaving threads of glistening light into my chest, I felt the first breath of autumn's air. Felt the first breath of autumn's air. Comes with it a brush of fear. What's left to decay and what's staying here? Filling time with feeling fine, with doing the bidding that is mine. me into an oven slow cooking, so I may be more like the sun, filling my time with turning to stone, feeling how good it is to be alone, and in that way it is the same. In that way it is the same. In that way it is the same as being by your side, as being by your side, as being by your It is true, we are floating. It is true, we were made to change, like the waves of the ocean. It is true, it is a cliche, blood infused with the notion of a willingness to keep the organism spinning, and in that way it is the same. In that way it is the same. In that way it is the same as being by your side, as being by your side, as being by your I see your shadow moving steadily across the plains. It's moving so methodically, I've no words to explain. Can't you see this isn't a game? It's not the time nor the place, but I can't tell you when, and that in itself is a disgrace. I just love you, I just do. shadow ain't moving so steadily no more. It's more like a cloud hovering above my door. Can't you see this isn't a game? It's not the time nor the place. I didn't prepare. I'm gonna play two more. This was one that so Sophia and I went to high school together in Virginia, and I don't want to say it all right now. I'm gonna save the whole spiel for like before I play the last song. So I'll just say that we went to high school and we were always very like kind and friendly and all that, and I would come up and visit her in New York occasionally. Like when I would come up here, I would hit her up and stuff. But in the summer of 2020, I was starting to like write all of these songs because I had all this time, and I'd gone through a catastrophic heart event, and I was sending her things I was writing, and that really just like we just like reconnected and started talking on the phone all the time, and it seemed like we were in sort of very like parallel places in our lives at the time, and this was one of those songs that I wrote in that span of time that I sent her, and we just I feel like I'm gonna save the rest of it. I've got an idea, but this one goes out to the heart of everyone here. you are. You could capture and concentrate your essence and fill a dozen honey jars. Your heart is not an enemy. Your heart is exquisite gold. Your heart, it soothes my soul. I know, I know, I already know, I already know. That was a nice thing. Okay, well, so this is the last one I'll play. Thank you all for being so lovely and for listening.
Thank you.
Okay. So the story goes that Sophia was the first person to ever put me on a stage in front of people to sing songs that I'd written. When I was a freshman in high school, and she was a senior in high school. And so it seems only right that she would be the person to facilitate me performing in New York for the first time. Thank you. Yeah, I live in New Orleans, and I have a couple of bands down there. Sophia's just always been just the most supportive. I mean, we all know her. I just know my friendship with her, but she just radiates generosity and kindness and support, and I feel like you can always just call her and ask for advice or just some sage wisdom that she's got, and so yeah, that felt like a really cool big deal that that I was going to perform in New York for the first time. And yes, it is a bummer that she's not here, but like I said, I feel her presence, and so the whole impetus also for me coming up here, because I'm broke. I wouldn't have been able to come up here just by myself, and I was on this tour for the month of June across the ocean. So I was like, I don't think I can make it. It's not going to work out. I'm taking the time off work, and she tells me, and I haven't read the book yet. I'm hoping to get a copy tonight. But she tells me that she makes one reference to somebody else's work in the book, and she makes a reference to a song that I wrote, and the song is called Garden. And I'm like, oh, well, damn it, of course I gotta come sing Garden in the garden for your book launch, Sophia. So this is that song. The song's called Garden. I don't know where it is exactly, but if you've read it, maybe you'll be able to identify the words that she uses. Was there anything else? Well, it's not coming to me now, then that's what it is. Thanks again. The song's called Garden. Thanks for being in this garden. And I just hope that y'all just keep taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other. We need each other. yeah, I'm in a band called Wavering. I'm in a band called Ocean Boyfriend. I hope that we play shows up here sometime again.
Oh, what a treat. Truly. I encourage you all, there's a QR code floating around in this garden, scavenger hunt, that should entail also the information about all the performers that performed, as well as the one who unfortunately couldn't make it. I'm definitely going to be checking out their work. It's fantastic. Also, thank you, Peter and Wednesday, for tech artist support. Before we spread out and mingle, I just want to announce that the garden does close at 9, so let's vacate by 8:55. Yeah, thank you all for coming, for being present, despite or maybe because Sophia couldn't be here. You know, let's applaud for Sophia, her spirit, her work, her community. Sophia to me is such a lovely treat. I am so grateful that I got to meet her in this vast city. I mean, what are the chances, right? And I get to meet all of you tonight, and I look forward to connecting and mingling with you for the next hour. I don't know what time it is. I lost track of time. I was in the universe. Good night.
Pleased to meet you, Rosemary. This is William. Nice to meet you. And we'd love if you want to come by sometime and record a song.
Okay.